2, 3. Testing audio. 1, 2, 3. Check, check. Check, check. 1, 2, 3.
Playing the national anthem by the Memorial High School Pep Band under the direction of Mr. Eric Dasher. Between Chippewa and Oakland Memorial, the Cardinals tonight. Your starters: number 2, Julian Quick; number 10, McKenna Wood; 15, Claire Hefner; number 22, Emma Hefner; and 25, Kenley Anderson. Head coach Rebecca Vesco. Your Chippewa Cardinals. And now on here tonight, make some noise for the Old Days starting live this evening. That is our senior guard, number 2, Rhea Shaw.
Hello, everybody, and welcome inside the Eagles' Nest. It's Eau Claire Memorial Girls Basketball action. Today, the Memorial Old Days take on the Chi-High Cardinals. This is a conference matchup between two conference foes. Memorial coming into this one having won on the road at Holman last week. A 69-22 victory there. Chi-High coming off a 30-point loss against Onalaska from the same area. Well, here we go, folks. Again, happy to be with you. Derek Montesano here. As remember, 18-minute halves here in Wisconsin girls basketball. No shot clock as well, as I run you through all the rules Derek style. Standard basketball rules apply. Otherwise, teams get 5 timeouts per half. And this one, we're hoping for a good one here, folks. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm hoping for this one to be very competitive, very close. And we'll see what these two teams bring to the table. Memorial will send out Rhea Shaw, Nora Kling, Cora Graham, Ava Hoytom, and Lydia Palmier out for their first set, whereas Chi-High in their tip-off send in Emma Hopner to take the tip. Ball is immediately off the tip-off, knocked out of bounds. It'll be in favor of the Chi-High Cardinals, and they will get possession to start this game. Amelia Hoytner, I should say, the one to inbound. Gets it into Tenley Anderson. Back to Anderson. Anderson at the 3-point line will get it over to Hoytner. She has it ripped away from her. Sneaking the other way, Lydia Palmier with the deuce. Lydia Palmier with a little help from Ava Hoytom. Able to get that there. And the Memorial Old Age with the first bucket of the game. Now how do the Cardinals respond as Rhea Shaw nearly gets the steal away from Anderson. Anderson drives to the baseline, hesitates, now pivots it out to McKenna Wood. Wood will hand it off at the top of key, Claire Hoopner. Hoopner's pass to Tenley Anderson, though, intercepted by Shaw. Lead feed to Kling. Kling will dump it off one top. 4-3! Off the side rim, no offensive rebound. Rhea Shaw puts it down. And the Old A's lead 4-0 a minute into this one. Wilk will run it up the court, gets the ball tipped away from her by Paul Mears. Scramble on the deck. Wilk eventually comes away with it and is able to scram it to Hoffacker. Anderson spins around, able to, well, nearly was able to find McKenna Wood, but she has it ripped away by Cora Graham. Paul Mear the other way, no good. Offensive rebound, Hoyt Toms. She can't get it up and over. And the rebound, Cardinals. Anderson will command the offense. Dribbles out of the far side and passes off Claire Hoepner. Dillian Wilk to Emma Hoepner. Hits Claire Hoepner. Over Tenley Anderson. As Chi High taking their sweet time setting this thing up, and then Ava Hoytoms nearly getting the steal away from Emma Hoepner, but she gets called for the foul. It'll be a non-shooting foul, so it'll just be an inbound pass and a 1 foul on her record. So 2 minutes gone in this game, and it's Memorial 4, Chi High nothing, but Chi High with the ball. McKenna Wood in the paint has it stripped away from her and out on the baseline. Memorial basketball, as we see some new faces in. Ava McCarthy, number 5, out there for Memorial. Raya Shaw will walk it up the court and pass it to McCarthy. Evelyn Bass thought about a 3. Now she's under a lot of duress, trying to get it to McCarthy. Catches the lucky break, gets it right back from her. She was under a lot of duress there from Jillian Wilk and Claire Hoepner for Chi High. So lucky for her to be able to get that away. Cora Graham inbound to Nora Kling. Kling pounds it on the baseline, throws it outside. Evelyn Bass for a corner 3. Yes, sir! Evelyn Bass from the corner. And Memorial on an early 7-0 run. Memorial running a full court press here early this game, and Ava McCarthy going head to head with Emma Hoepner ends up taking a foul. 15:24 to go. First half. It's Memorial with 7 points and Chi High yet to find their first bucket. Inbound on the far sideline. Anderson able to get it off to Emma Hoepner. Back to Anderson, but she's going to over and back. And Memorial will get the basketball. The over and back as you can't take the ball back into your own back court unless it's tipped by the opposing team. Bass thought about a 3, gets it to McCarthy. McCarthy around the horn to Nora Kling. Kling pulls up for the jumper. No good. Rebound squirts out, and Kling tracks it down for Memorial. Over to Bass. McCarthy to the near side. It's Kata Toutant. Toutant tried to feed it underneath for Nora Kling, but that was tipped away. And now on the other end of the court, it's McKenna Wood. Emma Hoepner, top of the key, finds a pass underneath for Jillian Wilk, but she can't finish. And Memorial the other way. McCarthy with a burst of speed. Will throw it in the corner. 2-10 for 3. Off the back heel. Offensive rebound best. She puts it up and she nails it for 2. The Old Abes out to a quick lead of 9-0. Memorial running a high full court press, and I mean a high one here right at the beginning of this game, and we're going to get and Chi High is going to take a timeout here. They did not like how that was forming, and also Memorial up 9-0. We'll take a break with Memorial leading 9-0.
commentate?
Commentate over these games.
You love commentating?
Yeah, it's what I want to do later on in my life. So
Nice.
it's nice to get some early experience, even if it's weird with this
Yeah.
setup.
It is. It's really nice to get that early experience.
14:05 left to go here in the first half. Memorial started this game on a 9-0 run, and that's where we stand. As the inbound pass, looking for Wilk, ends up scoring by her by finding Claire Hoopner, and then a miscommunication in the backcourt. 2-10 drives in, no, but she's fouled. Some miscommunication there at the top of the Memorial key leads to the turnover and nearly a 2-10 bucket. Foul on Tenley Anderson, by the way. So, a couple of free throws for 2-10. And the first one rattles out, no good. And Chi High will use the opportunity to bring a couple new faces into the game. Malia Kalin, one of them, and Macy Goki, the other one subbed in. Second shot is up, and it's too short off the front rim, and the rebound gathered by Emma Hoopner. Lobs it to Wilk, and she'll be the one to run it up the court. Wilk drives all the way in, has the ball tipped out of her hand, then back off her and out on the baseline. Chi High has been held scoreless here through the first 4 minutes of this game, and Chi High being unable to score is not a new thing. I'll get to it here in a moment as Memorial sets up the offense. Raya Shaw gets it to 2-10 with Palmier. Down low, Veronica Fesenmeyer. Up top, a three. Off the back heel, no offensive rebound, Palmier, and she'll put the puck back in. It's an 11-0 run for Memorial before Chi High's even gotten themselves on the scoreboard. And now the Memorial press continuing to wreak havoc. Carmen Rosano with it, gets it to Jillian Wilk. Makes via time, then drives to the baseline, and she gets bumped by 2-10 for Memorial, and that'll be foul on her. So correction. Oh, they're gonna get that on Veronica Fesenmeyer actually instead of 2-10. It looked like it was 14 who did the bump, but instead it was 22. Inbound to Wilk for 3. Back heel, no. Rebound squared out and grabbed by Chi High. The reset, Emma Hoopner to the near side, and they'll go back to Wilk. Wilk inside Goki. Macy Goki will bounce it up top. It's Carmen Rosano, Emma Hoopner. Hoopner under some duress from Hoytomt, but she's able to get it free to Macy Goki. Goki spins around, looking for options. Really doesn't have much. Memorial's covered up well, and she's gonna give the ball away. Turnover there. It will be. Goki did a little bit too many spins, looking for options, which really, to be fair, Memorial had done a great job covering that up. They did not give Goki any option. And Memorial continued to shut down Chi High on their defensive end. Ava McCarthy throws to the far side for Raya Shaw. Ball tipped away, it's on the deck. And we're gonna get an L ball situation. It'll be in favor of Memorial though, so they'll maintain possession underneath the basket. 11:57 to go here, first half. It's 11-0, Old Abe's. Shaw underneath the basket, puts it up, and it rolls on in. So going back to what I had said about the Chi High scoring problem, their biggest win is this one is given, Memorial gets it on a nice save by Nora Kling, and now Kling goes back the other way and it rolls off, no. But as I was saying, this team at most has scored 43 points in a game, and that was against Merrill in their first game of the season. they have yet to score 40 points since then. As this shot's off the mark. Kling up the floor, drives in the paint, will throw it out Hoyntop. Cora Graham will work it all the way to Raya Shaw. Shaw on the baseline, puts up a jumper. No good. Rebound, bounces to Chi High's Malaya Kalin. Tried to find a lead feed Carmen Rosano, but she can't. And Kling with the steal to Hoyntop for 2. A 15-0 run for this Old Abe's team right now. They seem to be unstoppable in the defensive end, and they're turning those defensive stops into points the other way. Rosano bounces at Goki, who puts up a shot and she airballs. And Memorial, the other way McCarthy, lead feed for Kling. Kling Euro steps through everybody, but puts too much on it. Offensive rebound, Cora Graham, and she's fouled. Cora Graham with the hoop and the harm. And Memorial's Cora Graham has a chance to make this an 18-0 game. You know Memorial's got to be feeling good on the bench right now. They seem pretty much unstoppable, as they've now gone the first 7.5 minutes of this game without giving up a single point on an 18-0 run. Just think about that. Think about that. They've outscored Chi High 18-0 across 7.5 minutes, and now Chi High turns it over again as Rosano hits the sideline. Memorial basketball. Memorial's a 1-1 team as of right now. They took a loss to a very good Spash team in game 1, but then rocked Holman not too long ago. Cora Graham throws it out to Best. A corner 3 off the back heel, no. Rebound scooped up McKenna Wood for Chi High. Kenley Anderson into the corner. Rosano gets it to Claire Hoopner. The Rosano nearly has it tipped away by Bast, but finds an outlet in Tenley Anderson. Anderson spins around back to Rosano. There really aren't a lot of options for Chi High right now. Claire Hoopner inside McKenna Wood. Backs on Palmier. Gets up a shot. No, but she was fouled. And and it will be McKenna Wood with the chance for the first couple of points for the Cardinals. This hasn't. And that is now the end, with that make by Wood, of the Memorial run that lasted 8.5 minutes of 18. They were up 18-0 over that run, which is ridiculous. And the second shot from Wood goes off the back heel, so it's still an 18-1 run here. McCarthy to Lydia Palmier. Pass 4-3. Back rim, no. Offensive rebound, Touton. Nearly had it stripped away from her. McCarthy works to Bast. Thought about a 3, but now hits Touton. Bounce underneath Palmier. Gets it outside. And now it's Bast. Bast. Bounce feed Palmier. Lydia Palmier will dribble it up to the top. To Ava McCarthy. Bast. One Bast. Will bounce it to Touton, but it will roll onto the baseline. And Touton trying to argue, was tipped off a Chi High defender, but to be honest, from where we're set up, we are like right on that baseline, so you can pretty much see that side perfectly. And here's a flop on the deck the other way as Jillian Wilk got knocked down. We're going to have timeout taken by Chi High. Memorial leads 18-1 on the back of a ridiculous stretch here since the beginning of the game. And we are now roughly 10 minutes deep into this game. It is 18-1 in this one. So Brandon Fanning's team's got to be feeling good in the huddle right now, as they're pretty much set for this game. Up 17 this here in the first half. They're in probably the best place you could be right now. Now, their one blemish was the one foul that resulted in free throws. But at the end of the day, that's not going to hurt you that much, as we're out of the timeout. Tenley Anderson had the ball poked away from her out of bounds by Veronica Fesenmeyer on the far sideline. It'll stay Chi-High basketball. And more, they'll start to make a lot of swaps here. Fanning likes to keep the legs fresh out on the court, which is very good coaching by him. And no, I am not saying that just because I have him as my health teacher and I'm trying to get some extra brownie points, but it's good coaching to know when your players are tired and they need a break. So kudos to him as the ball went out on the baseline. It'll once again stay Chi basketball. Tenley Anderson to inbound. Lofts it in to Jillian Wilk. She has it tipped. Flop on the deck between her and McCarthy. She gets some extra support. And Memorial's going to get the timeout off. Ava McCarthy secured the basketball. And the Old A's able to get the timeout. Which, for those who don't know, they now get the possession of the basketball coming out of this. So 18-1 with 8:16 left. Again, these two teams coming into this one. Memorial coming off a big win against a Holman team that only scored 22 points on them. So to think Memorial wouldn't be able to hold off a Chi-High team that even in their one win only put up 43. To be honest, I could not read your mind if you couldn't think that, but so far it's been a well-played game from the Old A's, and that's all I can really say about it. Lydia Palmier dribbles the ball up the court and passes it to Toutant. McCarthy inside Norkling into the paint. She gets wrapped up, and they're going to get a foul called on the Chi-High's Jillian Wilk. Okay, it will be a non-shooting foul, so inbound pass right on the foul, and that's Wick's second. Wick has 2 of the teams at 3 fouls already, so she'll take a seat on the bench as Lydia Palmier to inbound on the far side of the hoop. Gets it into Toutant. She'll lob it to the near side, Ava McCarthy. Up Kling. And Toutant. Anderson pressures, but gets to McCarthy. Ava McCarthy. Over to Toutant. Back to McCarthy. She'll shoot a 3. Off the front rim, no. Rebound. Bombed off the hands of Anderson. Kind of bumped into Toutant on it. And correction, that is going to be Fesenmeyer. They're going to get Fesenmeyer on it, actually. So it was a Fesenmeyer foul. She bumped into her, and it'll be Chi-High basketball to go the other way. Memorial continuing their aggressive full court press. Tenley Anderson gets into a double team. Unable to squirm it to her teammate. Kling with a burst of speed, wins the race, but slips and falls. What hustle by Nora Kling to win the foot race against Emma Hopner. But she just could not keep the balance on what is, to be fair, when you're running that speed, a very slippery surface in a basketball court. She gets up though, and she's laughing about it as driving into the paint, Emma Hopner, who goes up, no, but she gets bumped in the process. 2 shots upcoming for her on the foul.
Veronica Bessemeyer, third foul, team
And that'll be, once again, Veronica Fesenmeyer. So Fesenmeyer already starting to get herself in a little bit of foul trouble here early in this game. You're not too concerned. You're not super concerned if you're Memorial, but she is going to take a seat on the bench. I mean, just because of where they are currently on the score, as the first shot went in from Hopener, second shot is up, lips around and goes on through. So Chai have gotten themselves 3 points back in this game. Memorial, quick ball passing. Ava Hoytompt drives into the paint, gets it back out. Nora Kling goes up for the layup, it rolls out, no. Offensive rebound for Raya Shaw, and she gets grabbed on the loose ball by Claire Hopener. And Memorial, with that being Chai High's just 4th foul. Memorial have 6 fouls, Chai High at 4. As the inbound pass went from Cora Graham, went towards Kling, but she was in pretty much a triple team underneath, and the ball squirms out off a Chai High foot. Inbound bounce, Dan Ava Hoytompt able to keep it from going out on the baseline. Nora Kling, Cora Graham holds it, goes into the paint, and as she spun to get it out to Evelyn Bass, she got ran into by Macy Goki, a senior for Chai High. Cora Graham once again inbound, gets it in, quick shot from Nora Kling, and she gets the hoop and the harm. Nora Kling extends the Memorial lead to 20-3 with the potential to add one more. 6:41 left in the first half, and the Old Abes and, well, a rather comfortable position, up 17 here, and the Cardinals only have 3 on the scoreboard through 12 minutes. The 3-point play from Kling is successful. And Memorial kind of riding high here, and it's been spread out scoring today. That has been the key piece. You look at the scoring, Evelyn Best has 5. Raya Shaw has 4. These are just the players out there right now. Cora Graham with 3. It's been spread out scoring, and we're going to get an over and back on Chai High. So things looking very comfortable for the Old Abes. You want to proceed this situation with caution. You don't want to let Chai High go on a big run. Fast open 3. Yes, sir. Bottoms for Evelyn Bass. And it's a 21-point lead for the Memorial Old Abes. Kenley Anderson across, open floater for Carmen Rosano. And she's good, cutting the deficit to 18. That is the first shot made from open play today. That wasn't a free throw for Chai High. McCarthy 3 off the back rim. Offensive rebound, Hoytompt though. Yeah, think about it. We are 5:45 left to go. About 12-15 into this, and they just now scored their first bucket from open play as Cora Graham unable to finish underneath. That's how you put into perspective how this game has gone, and Raya Shaw tips the ball out on a pass from Tenley Anderson. Head coach of the Memorial Old Abes, Brandon Fanning, rocking the suit out there on the baseline. I like that from him. Just acting like this thing means something, folks. He's making himself look good for this game as the Old Abes get the ball back here. It seems like every 10 seconds, Chai High either turns the ball over or Memorial rip it away from them. Kling's effort underneath, no. Rebound, everybody fights for it. And that's going to be a held ball, alternate possession arrow. goes in favor of the Cardinals from Chippewa Falls. Memorial not letting up on the full court press as Rosano under pressure, ball tipped by Bast, but found Anderson nonetheless. Kenley Anderson pounding the rock, and head coach of the Chi-High Cardinals, Becca Bestful, needs a timeout. Things were not looking the way she had wanted. Old Abe's leading 24-5 with 5:04 left to go in this first half. And I'd be honest, this JV game did run long prior to this one, so this game started a little bit behind schedule. Game originally scheduled for 7:15, but nonetheless, here we are. We're playing basketball here. Memorial girls basketball team very much in favor. Evelyn Bast, by the way, for Memorial, we might see another Nora Kling situation, but for a different reason, as Ava McCarthy gets the steal. McCarthy to Bast. Bast underneath. A little floater from Abby Larson is good. So yeah, going back to what I was saying about Evelyn Bast, she's a freshman this year. I know she went to South. She was in a few of my classes a year ago, more specifically my Algebra 1 class a year ago. Very talented basketball player. I'll be the first to tell you that. She is a very good player, and she could shoot a three ball as Abby Larson ties up Amelia Hofacker. Held ball situation, and it's Memorial basketball. Yeah, Evelyn Best, she's up to 8 in this game. It's not exactly what Nora Kling was a season ago. She's more of a three-point threat than a drive to the paint player. As here's Kling doing exactly what I just said she does. Drive into the paint, put up a floater. Memorial up 23. And now runs in the backcourt. Bass rips it away, gets it out to Kling, and she lays it up and in. It's pure Old Abe control now. Anderson, a lead pass, and she draws a foul on Ebbs. Drew a foul on that pass in, so push foul on the play. That will result in a one-on-one, as that was the 7th foul by Memorial. Evelyn Bast, the guilty party. I'll remind people of this. Chi-High only have 2 points from open play right now. Memorial shut them down from open play as the first bucket is good. So she gets the chance at a next one. It's another shot. Tinley Anderson, the one taking the shots, and the second one is up, and it is good. And Memorial very quick to inbound. Raya Shaw with speed up the court. And off Cora Graham. Lydia Palmier. Now we have a Hoyt on top of the key. Cora Graham on a pass from Two-Tongued. Ball went right through her hands and out right in front of some Memorial spectators just beyond us. Tinley Anderson off the inbound. Plays a little 1-2 passing and then tries to lob it across to Emma Opener, but it's picked off by Lydia Palmier, who sprints the other end of the court. Went up for the shot, no, but she takes the foul. A couple of shots looming for Palmier. That is also now the 7th foul for the Cardinals, so both teams in the bonus. Tinley Anderson's 2nd foul. And Palmier has the first one rattle out, no good. So the score will remain 30-7, which by all means you're not gonna You're not going to be crying right now about that missed free throw. Second shot from up, it's well short and will tip off the front rim. And then once again, Memorial with a steal. The other way is Mela Kaling had the ball knocked away from Bast, an open shot. No good. Offensive rebound from Malmere. No, but she was pretty much tackled to the ground by McKenna Wood. A foul on the Cardinals. First foul on McKenna Wood with 3:08 to go in the first. So Lydia Palmier gets a little chance at redemption here. And the first one is good. 31-7. Palmier with the second shot. Puts it up and front rim backboard, no. And then a foul coming up here on Memorial. So we'll walk to the other end of the floor. Foul on Cora Graham on the rebound. A foul, so that means automatic 1-and-1 for McKenna Wood. And the first basket is good. So once again, it's another situation of free throws. Chi-Hi's done a very good job when they get the chance to shoot the free throws, and the second one is good. But the thing is, when they don't get on, the ball pretty much has been ripped away every single time. Bass to drive into the paint, no. Rebound grabbed Emma Hoopner. Finds Jillian Wilk. A feed underneath. It's McKenna Wood, who got one more pass with Emma Hoopner, but she traveled. Memorial are up by 22 right now, 31-9, if I can do mental math. Where's my mom? She's a math major. Maybe she can help me do some simple mental math. 31 minus 9. Memorial on the attack, though. Evelyn Best. Lobs it to Ava Hoytomt. Abby Larson. Back to Hoytomt. Hoytomt spinning around. And then finds McCarthy. Evelyn Best. Looking for an option. Finds one in Hoytomt. To McCarthy. Best near side. Hand off to Kling for 3. Side rim, no. Offensive rebound for Ava Hoytomt, though. Does some spinning. Gets the ball to Nora Kling, who pounds the rock underneath and puts it in for 2. And then immediately off the inbound, Nora Kling an interception, but she baseball throws it towards the trash can and overshot Ava McCarthy. The intended target, the ball goes out on the far sideline with 1:47 to go. Well, gets it back to the inbounder, Emma Hoepner. And Hoepner has it go off her after she took a wee bit of a bump. But they say it wasn't foul worthy. And the old days with basketball again. Nora Kling. Ava Hoytomt. Evelyn Best. Plays it underneath Abby Larson. Barely kept her feet in, but she couldn't find much of an outlet pass. Chi with a lead feed down court, but it slips through the hands of McKenna Wood. Emma Hoepner threw it a little too high for Wood to catch. When Chi-Hi basically have gone down the floor, they haven't really had a chance to set up the offense, as Evelyn Bass tried to lob it underneath to Abby Larson, but she could not do so successfully. It went over her head. But the thing is, Memorial have rarely let Chi-Hi have a moment to breathe in today's game. It has been constant pressure from the Old Abe defense. Wilk open. Gets it to Claire Hoopner. Tenley Anderson. Underneath for Wilk. Can't get the shot to go, but she does get fouled, and we might see Chi High finally reach double digits in this game with a couple of free throws. It's 33-9, by the way. That's the key fact. 33-9. 9 total points for the Cardinals, and it will not be 10 on the first shot as that one banks out off the side rib by Jillian Wilk. Alright, this is Wilk. Spins the ball in her hands a few times, then puts up the shot. Rattles out, no good. Rebound grab by Nora Kling. Kling up the floor with speed. We'll see if Memorial try to put more points on the board before half. Palmier to McCarthy. Doesn't look like they're trying to burn clock at all. To Nora Kling. Kling drives in, gets the hoop in the arm again. Nora Kling playing aggressive today. She's up to 11 points with the potential to make it 12. In this Old Abe 35-9 point lead. As we're just 40 seconds away from halftime. Halftime, I believe the dance team will be performing. Band will do their stuff as the free throw is no good. Offensive rebound though for the Old Abes. Cora Graham will cycle it all the way over to Nora Kling, who gets bumped on her way to the hoop. That'll be now the 10th foul on Chi High. And that'll be on Jillian Wilk, her 4th foul already in this game. Chi High doesn't have a billion substitutes. There's 3 of them, so with her at 4 fouls, and Kling gets a favorable roll to get herself up to 12 points today. Wilk will now exit the game. We likely won't see her very much for the remainder, just with her on 4 fouls in this game. They don't want to risk that. 37-9 though after the 2 made free throws by Nora Kling. The Cardinals, if you're Chi High, you want to at least get to double digits here before the halftime break, but the inbound pass goes right through the hands of Karen Rosano, leading to Araya Shaw brick on a 3, but she gets her own rebound and puts it in the hoop. 30-point lead for the Old Apes here, and we're not even at halftime. And that one will squirm out of bounds. It'll now be Old Ape ball. This seems to be a recurring theme. 10 seconds left now in the first half. We'll see if the Old Apes eclipse 40 before the break. It's Lydia Palmier to inbound. Gets it into Raya Shaw. Pounds it into the paint. Can't get it in. Gets her own rebound though. Under duress. Gets it free. Palmier for 3. No good. And the rebound's tipped out of bounds. And that'll be Chi High basketball with .4 on the clock. We'll see if they huck it here. I mean, that's all you can really do here, or they'll just dribble it out. You can either huck it or you can dribble it out, or your only option in that situation. And the Cardinals opt to just dribble into the halftime break. It's the Memorial Old Apes winning this one by 30, 39-9. Just 9 points allowed by the Memorial defense, and the fact about that, 7 of those points came off free throws. They've only allowed 2 points from open play, has this Memorial defense, and their offense, as you have seen, have been putting up numbers. Old Apes lead 39-9. Back after halftime, you're listening and watching to Memorial Old Apes girls basketball on Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe TV, where remember, it's always a great day to be an Old Abe.
At halftime, they'll be performing their competition jazz routine for the first time this season. Tomorrow they compete in the Holiday Classic competition at Downey High School, coached by Louis Tapper and Morgan Dickerson. Please welcome your Memorial dance team. varsity dance this evening. And we wish you great and best of luck tomorrow in the nominating.
Gather back around, everybody. Second half of Memorial girls basketball action about to get underway. The Memorial Old A's leading this one by a score of 39-9. I mentioned it before we went into the halftime break. Just 9 points. 9, not 90, not 19, 9. That's the amount of points the Old A's gave up in that first half. And even for a Chi-High team that, though has scored just 30, 40 points a game, that is still even low for them. So they're on Chi-High only on pace for 18 points in this game. This has been a Memorial shutdown once again, something they did against Holman not too long ago, which, to be honest, it's very impressive that they have gotten to this point where they can lock down teams and just completely cut them off. If it weren't for the 7 free throws, this game would be 39-2. It's been that dominant on the defensive side of the ball. Turnovers have been a key piece to this Old Abe team right now. So many turnovers, steals, just so many on the transition. The full court press that Fanning has set up has worked amazingly, and you really can't argue with what this team has done. They've been playing good basketball offensively. They put up a good amount of points right now. They're on pace to score about 78. If you score exactly the same amount of points, which isn't going to happen. I mean, it's very rare a team scores the same amount of points in back-to-back halves. They're on pace for 79 to outscore Chi-High by about 60, which realistically isn't the best statistic for this game, but hey, it's Chi-High basketball to start. They can cut this to within 30. As Tinley Anderson will start with it. Awkward pass, though, to Claire Hopner. And Nora Kling tried to get the steal, but she dribbled it out right up against the scorer's table down below. Chi-High gets another crack at things. Emma Hoopner got the ball in to Tinley Anderson, but she got pushed from behind by Raya Shaw. Fresh set of fouls here for the second half. We're not back in the bonus for another 6 fouls yet, as the inbound successful for the Cardinals. Hoopner, Emma Hoopner, leaves it off for Claire Hoopner. Tinley Anderson dribbles to the left wing. What can she do? She finds Claire Hoopner around the horn. Now down low, McKenna Wood. And they're going to get a foul on Cora Graham. Second foul on this possession for the Old Abe. Second foul committed by Cora Graham today. Here's Jillian Wilk, an inside feed by McKenna Wood, and she gets the Cardinals into double digits. It's 39-11. They'll Raya Shaw back the other way, put too much steam and too much air on that as it goes awry. Anderson throws up a contested ball between Claire Hoopner and Nora Kling. Held ball called. It'll be Memorial basketball with less than a minute gone. Reminder, this game did start a wee bit behind schedule due to the JV game running long. Memorial obliterated Chi-High in that game. It was not objectively close. I think Chi-High only had like 21 in that game, which still might be more than their varsity team scores, as Nora Kling Euro steps her way through for the 2-pointer, but Memorial back up by 30. When you're up by 30, you start to think running clock potentially, but nearly a couple points right back by Emma Hoopner, but she put too much on that layup attempt. Lydia Palmier, outside Kling to Ava Hoytomt. Hoytomt to floater. Off the side rim, no good. Offensive rebound. Nora Kling off the backboard, too strong. But Memorial still need to get 10 more points up on Chi High. So if Chi High scores 2, it becomes 12. It's one of those situations where you're still too far to think, even though you're up by this margin. Wilk puts it up, no good. Offensive board though by Claire Opener. She gets the hoop and the knock on her arm. And that'll be a chance for the 3-point play. Nora Kling, the one to take it. She'll go take a seat on the bench. She's been a big piece today. 15 points out of the 41, which may not seem like a lot, but with how spread out the scoring's been, that's the most on this team right now. 3-point play attempt is failed though by Chi, and now Cora Graham to Ava McCarthy, who runs into a little trouble and gets pushed. Push foul. It's a non-shooting foul. It'll be on, looks like Cameron Rosano. Cameron Rosano on that foul, her first of the game. Cora Graham looking for an inbound, lobs it up to Ava McCarthy at the top of the key. Across to Evelyn Bast. Bounce feed underneath to Veronica Fesenmeyer, who tried to find one extra pass to Ava McCarthy right under the hoop, but it goes off the body of a Chi High defender. It'll stay Old A basketball. McCarthy puts up a contested layup, and it's no good. Then in the scramble, a sea of hands. It's Chi High who come away with it. Claire Hopner. Bounce feed underneath McKenna Wood. Wood's effort no good, and they're gonna call they're gonna say that tipped off an Old Abe defender, actually. So they're gonna give Chi High the basketball once again. It's Memorial's up by 28. You're feeling good of your Memorials. This is certainly a setup on the inbound. It's a run around. Wilk has the ball off her foot. Shoes were a little too big for Jillian Wilk. She tried to get control, dribbled it, first dribble, right off the foot out on the baseline. Memorial the basketball, they've got a couple in this half as Abby Larson gets tied up, and Chi's gonna get the held ball. It'll stay on Memorial basketball as Abby Larson got tied up with by Emma Hopner. Fesenmeyer inbounds. Ava McCarthy back to Fesenmeyer. Tried to hit Abby Larson, but tipped out of bounds by Cameron Rosano. Rosano, a sophomore on this Chi High Cardinal roster. McCarthy, a 3 off the side rim. Chi High does not have a single freshman on their roster compared to this Memorial team that has 3. First shot, no. Second chance effort, though, by Emma Hopner, and neither of them are able to fall. Raya Shaw the other way from Memorial. Abby Larson's feet looking for a basket. Now, here comes a break the other way. It's Emma Hopner, but she can't finish it off with the layup. And now a long feed the other end. Raya Shaw for Memorial puts up the layup. No. Rebound. Scooped up again. It's Raya Shaw. To Evelyn Best. In the far corner, Fesenmeyer lobs it for Ava McCarthy in the paint. Best for 3, yes! Bottoms for Evelyn Best. She's a sharpshooter out there, and she makes it 44-13. Cameron Rosano, barely able to get it to Claire Hopner. Back to Rosano, under pressure by Raya Shaw. Hopner hits Emma Hopner. Underneath the McKenna Wood. Gets one extra pass to Claire Hopner, whose effort is no good. And it's Raya Shaw, who's had a great day rebounding. Shaw into the corner. Evelyn Best wants a corner 3, and she'll get it. Evelyn Best having a game. 14 points, a lot of them coming from the three-point ball. She's at a game today. McKenna Wood. Under trouble from Abby Larson. Gets it to Emma Hopner. Around up top, Cameron Rosano. Emma Hopner holds. Finds Jillian Wilk, who's one foul away from fouling out in this one. McKenna Wood. Emma Hopner has it on the near wing. Gets a little bit of a scuffed handoff there to Claire Hopner. And a feed underneath for Wilk, who's able to save it. Nice save there by Jillian Wilk. Saving that ball and getting it off Evelyn Best. And Memorial will make a big change here, going with pretty much an entirely new group. There with them up by 33. Question is, when will we start to see a lot of new faces? And Memorial's main goal here, get this one running clock, and which is the ultimate symbol for this one's gotten too far out of hand. Which honestly, I feel like it should be 30 at this point, because this one is all Memorial, and with Cameron Rosano's drive there drawing a foul. See, they got that on. It looks like Taunton. Two taunt. On that fourth foul by the Old A's here. And that's the thing, when Chi High gets to the other end, they're setting themselves up to draw the fouls. They're in positions constantly that allude to fouls, driving into the paint constantly on their attack. Rosano missed the first one, but gets the second one to fall. With 12:30 to go, it's 47-14. Old Abe's Nora Kling with a nice play to keep that ball down. Setting a point time for three. Rolls around and falls. Oh, a little help from the basket elf. Gets that one to fall. And it's a 50 burger for the Old Abe's. Miley Kalen drives into the paint, but took the foul from Nora Kling. Fifth foul for the Old A's. The Old A's might be in the bonus here. Might end up putting Chi High in the bonus here very quickly if they're not careful. Which, again, not the most concerning. But in terms of your hopes to get this one in running clock, you're 5 points away if you're the Old A's. 5 more points would put this one at 40, which would be running clock land, and Chi High very much at risk of not even reaching their lowest total this season, which was 32. Which was at 32 in their game against Onalaska. Meanwhile, the other way, Nora Kling tried to save a ball from going out of bounds, threw it off the wrong side of the backboard. Cardinal basketball. As Ava McCarthy will come in, a freshman on this roster. McCarthy, Bast, and Veronica Fesenmeyer are the freshmen on this varsity roster, and then you've got a JV roster that is littered with freshmen on it. So there's a bright future if you're looking at this Old Abe team right now. As Cora Graham saves the ball from going out, and then Carmen Rosano returns the favor, except she gave it away to Ava Hoyton. Lydia Palmier. Touton for three. Front rim, no. And Cameron Rosano the rebound for the Chi High Cardinals. Chi High have picked up their scoring game now. Since the first half ended, they've started to score more from open play. They're yet to make a three, though. And they consistently keep drawing those shooting fouls. The thing is that three put up was well short. And then Ava McCarthy takes the third foul of the game, which honestly is just hard to dodge these fouls. Chi High keep putting themselves in positions to draw them, and it's working very well. Now, Of course, being down 50-17, you're not gonna look at really your positives on the bus ride back today. But if Chi-Hi want one thing they can take away from this game, it's that they've done a great job drawing these fouls against this Old Abe team. And that ball on the missed free throw will bounce out on the far corner, just behind the basket. We're 7 points away from running clock. It's a 33-point lead for Memorial. Ava McCarthy to Veronica Fesenmeyer. Ava Hoytomt. Evelyn Bass in the corner, bounces to Abby Larson. Gets it to Bass for 3 off the back heel. Rebound is loose. Fesenmeyer picks it up, able to squirm it to McCarthy. And after wonky play, Fesenmeyer for 3 off the side rim. Offensive rebound again, but nobody's home. Abby Larson was looking for Veronica Fesenmeyer, but she threw it too far to her left. And it rolled right on out. Tenley Anderson will start play for Chi-Hi. Goki. Tenley Anderson on the near wing. Carmen Rosano under pressure from the freshman Bast, able to cycle it over to Emma Hoopner, and underneath a basket made by Emily Hofacker. Again, 50-19, but back the other way. Memorial respond. Ava McCarthy extend once again. Put Memorial on the scoreboard. Memorial just seemed to score whenever Chi-Hi scores in this one, which works out for them. Anderson's 3 rattles out. And it's Ava Hoytomt the other way with a lead feed to Ava McCarthy, who dumps it off. A 3 ball on its way. Side rim no from Nora Kling. Offensive rebound. Hoytomt travels though. Ava Hoytomt traveled before she could get the shot away. Now with 9:27 left to go here in the second half, Old Abe's leading 52-19. The question will be at this point, when do we start to see Chi-Hi rotate and it seems like at this point in the game, everybody's kind of rotated everybody. I'm not seeing any new faces really on either bench. Fesenmeyer can't complete the layup. Offensive board though for the Old Abes. They've done that very well today. McCarthy drives into the paint, practically untouched, and puts it in. McCarthy has got back-to-back points now. Anderson, yoink from Ava McCarthy. She'll take it the other way and draws a foul. Ava McCarthy says, I'll be taking that. Runs the other way. And draws the contact, going up for it. Tenley Anderson's 3rd foul. McCarthy's first effort rattles around and goes on through. It's a 36-point lead now for Memorial. Second shot is up, and it is through. Old Abe's 56, Cardinals 19. After that, and to be fair to Chi-Hi, they've already scored more points than they did last half, but still 8.5 to add more to it. Jillian Wilk to Tenley Anderson. Across to Emma Hoopner. Anderson for 3. Back rim, no. Offensive rebound for McKenna Wood. Jillian Wick drives in, puts up a shot. No, but she was bumped. Another foul on Memorial, and this one's going to be what looks to be Veronica. That'll be Veronica Fesenmeyer. her fourth now. So we've got 2 players in the game in foul trouble. Fesenmeyer with 4. And the one taking the free throws right now, Jillian Wick, who also has 4 fouls. But she makes the first one. And Chi High have now eclipsed 20 points. Still trailing, though, by 36. Second shot is no good, and Cora Graham comes away with the rebound. Lead for Ava McCarthy. Across the court. A 3 on its way is good. And it's Delaney Clark. That gets a rise out of the people, the 5'6" sophomore, who I didn't even notice existed, to be honest. And now Delaney Clark rips the ball away, leading Evelyn Bass the other way. Bass can't finish it off, though. Offensive rebound, though. Cora Graham thought about the 3, gets it to Clark. She'll go for it again off the side rim, though. This place would have exploded if Delaney Clark was able to put in another 3 ball. Tenley Anderson for 3. Rattled out, no. And we're gonna get a foul on Memorial, though. No. Seems like every other play the other way. Memorial are 1 point away from us entering the running clock situation. 40 points here in Wisconsin high school basketball results in the clock running. So if Emma Hepner failed to make these and Memorial goes down the court and makes another bucket, this game is really Memorial, but Hepner makes the first one. Again, I mentioned this before. If Chi High wants to take a positive away from this game, their free throw shooting has been very good, especially on the first shot. Though the second one, they have struggled. And right as I say that, Hepner fails to score the second. Raya Shaw, Memorial score now. We enter running clock. Raya Shaw, though, in no hurry. Team is not in a hurry up. Evelyn Bast into the corner for Cora Graham. Lobbed it across to the near side. A drive in by Katie Toutant comes to nothing, but the ball squirted out off a Chi High hand. It'll stay Memorial basketball attacking the hoop to our right. Fast, a corner 3. Nothing. Offensive rebound for Raya Shaw. Gets it to Ava McCarthy. Her 3 attempt is no good. Another rebound. Saved off the baseline by Toutant. Cora Graham's attempt. That's no good. Evelyn Bast will go for a layup and she'll put it in. And that is 40-point lead for the Old A's, which means it's a running clock situation. Claire Hopner. Tenley Anderson. Around they go to Emma Hopner. McKenna Wood puts her shot up, and that falls in favor of Memorial. Raya Shaw ahead to Toutant. Toutant. The Bass, the 3. Rattles around and it does not fall. But a rebound for Cora Graham. And down it falls. That's now Graham's 5th point of the game. 63-21. Tenley Anderson. That chance up for Jillian Wilk is blocked. And Memorial once again on the offensive end. It seems like they're there every 10-ish seconds. Evelyn Bast drives down to the baseline and tried to get it out to Ava McCarthy, her fellow freshman, but she could not complete it. She traveled in the process right along that baseline. 5:35 and counting to go here, and this one very much is all Old Abe's. As here's a 3 attempt that is airballed by Jillian Wilk. We're gonna get just after that a foul call on Claire Opner. Clock will continue to tick with the Old Abe's up by 42. This one has been all Old Abe's since the beginning of this game. They went on an 18-0 run at the very beginning and have led this entire game. And they led since their very first possession of the ball, folks. Evelyn Bast. To taunt. Ava McCarthy will shoot for 3 off the backboard. And Jillian Wick. Tenley Anderson will pass it over to the far side. A shot from Melee Kayleen is nothing. And now a quick lead feed. It's Delaney the other way. Delaney Clark went the other way. Couldn't get the basket, but she got the foul. And she'll have a chance for the not the 3-point play, just a couple points. As the clock will bleed under 4 minutes. And Clark's effort off the back heel. 4th foul, by the way, on Tenley Anderson. So now she'll take a seat off on the bench. That might not be the last we see of her today. But with 3:40 left and the team and Memorial up now by 43 after the Clark made free throw, I start to reconsider that statement. Pass underneath, tipped off the hands of Emily Hofacker. As Memorial the other way, quickly up the floor. A 3 on the way from Delaney Clark, no. Rebound, everybody kind of collides with each other, and it's going to be Memorial who takes the foul. Katie Toutant, the one who results in the foul, her second. The team will now walk to the other end of the floor. It's 1-and-1 time. It's 1-and-1 time on the other end of the floor with under 3 minutes left to go. If you want to talk about starting your conference slate with a statement, this is how you do it if you're Memorial. Just domination from the beginning of the game to right now. This game really has not been close. The closest this game has been since the 18-0 run was I believe 18-5. Since then, it is Delaney Clark is blocked by McKenna Wood. They'll say a ball though right up near the Eagle Nest padding behind the hoop. Here's an inbound. And Evelyn Bass tried to find Abby Larson, but Abby Larson went the opposite direction Evelyn Bass had played it. The Cardinals walk the floor in their black unis. McKenna Wood a 3. That one's off the backboard. Fesenmeyer to Bass. To Taunt. To Delaney Clark. Around and round they go. Katie Toutant. Looks for the pass to Delaney Clark in the corner. Tipped off a fingertip, though, of Cameron Rosano. And as the final minute comes upon this game, Delaney Clark had the ball stripped away from her. Oh, Dave gets to keep the ball, though. But a travel by Delaney Clark will stop all of that. Memorial on their way now to their second win of the season. They will improve to 2-1 with 2 very dominant wins. And this is that Katie Toutant with a break the other way. Toutant the layup. No, but she's fouled. And we'll see if they'll get these free throws up even in time. With 25 seconds left and counting. Memorial will improve to 2-1, 1-0 on their conference slate. Shy High will begin their conference schedule down a game as they will fall to 1-2. Final 4 seconds left. We'll see if Toutant will get the shot off as they've stopped the clock now for this free throw, and the shot is good 3, 2, 1, and double zeros on the scoreboard, and a dominant performance by the Memorial Old Abe girls basketball team. They win this one by a final score of 65 to 22, as the team gives up just 22 points for back-to-back games now. It was a great showing from this team. There's a lot to like. There's really not much you can dislike. All I can really point out it's a Chi-High team that hasn't scored a lot. They held them to even below their average of about 34 points. They held them to 22. Memorial puts up 65 in the game and successfully defeats the Chi-I Cardinals 65 to 22, the final score in this one. Well, that'll do it for our coverage of Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe girls basketball. So on behalf of everybody that made this broadcast possible, I'm Derek Montesano saying and reminding you, it's always a great day to be an Old Abe.